What's good, YouTube? Cuts by TB3 in the background of the video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do this clean mid fade. Stay tuned for more. Like, comment, subscribe. So the first thing you want to do before you start doing any cut, you always want to comb out your client's hair, see what they're working with, see if they have any cowlicks, any swirls, anything that may affect the cut. Now, as you can see right here, for the top, I'm using a 1.5 blade on my Andis Supras, going with the grain, following his hair pattern, and I'm just knocking everything down to an even length so I can get ready for this fade. Now, the reason I like to use the detachables instead of like my fading clippers to knock down the hair, I feel like it gets it way smoother, it cuts it way faster, and it just makes the cut a lot more efficient. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm setting in my ball line with my Babyliss trimmers. And as you see, I'm scooping in the line. I'm not punching in a harsh guideline that'll make it difficult for me to fade at the end. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that all the way around. Start at the bottom with a vertical bars because we're doing a mid fade. We don't want it to be too high, but we also don't want it to be too low. So I'm just bringing that all the way around his head. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm taking my wall seniors and I'm starting my fading process. So the first thing I like to do is I like to start with the lever fully open and get that first line in about a 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to close the lever and then notch it halfway, and then I'm gonna just knock this whole line out, this first line.
Buddha. What's going on, Juco?
So after I knock out that first line, I put my one guard on and I go up the same width that I just did for that open lever line. And I'm gonna just set my next guideline and I'm gonna fade it out. Now when I fade out this line, I'm gonna throw on my half guard and I'm gonna start with the lever fully open. Then I'm gonna go close, and then I'm gonna go halfway to mesh the whole fade together. Right here, what I'm doing is I'm putting in my last guideline. So this is the 1.5 guard with the lever fully closed, and I'm going up another 1/2 inch. As you notice, every time I make a guideline, the guideline is the exact same width as the first guideline, and that's the key to getting a nice fade. Then I put on my one guard and I'm starting with the lever fully open, and then I'm going to notch it halfway, and now you can see the fade is starting to come together. And now this is the biggest guard I'm going to be using in the fade. That's a 2 guard that I just put on. So the 2 guard, I'm not going to make an actual line with that. I'm kind of just flicking into the top. Remember, we did a 1.5 on the top, so the 2 guard is going to just blend right into the top. So I start with the lever fully open, and then I go halfway. And now here I put the 1.5 guard back on, just smoothing everything out, making sure everything is the length that I want it. And then I'm going to flip the clippers around and then start with the lever fully open, and then I'm going to go halfway. So this isn't really making a line. I'm just notching, fading down at the top just to make sure the top of the blend is how I want it. And this side is just, I'm not even going to break down this side. I'm just going to fast forward it so y'all can see how the fade comes together on this side. And then the back, just the same steps. Same exact thing. I'm just making sure that the back is even to the sides.
What's going on, Juco?
Now, something I forgot to mention earlier, as you're fading, in the other hand that you're not using, you want to make sure you have a brush or a comb in that hand, just brushing down or combing down as you go, just to smooth everything out. Here I am taking some mousse, and I'm just trying to lay his hair down, give it that shine, give it some moisture. You just want to give it that pop, fresh off a cut. So now I like to take my brush and brush his hair, and in my other hand I have my blow dryer, and I'm gonna just dry it because the mousse made it a little bit damp. So you just want to dry it, get everything nice and flat. Now here I'm doing my lineup prep, just taking a little bit of hairspray and freezing it down, getting ready for my shape up. And for the shape up, I just start in the middle and I just branch it out to one side. Nothing too crazy. You don't want to take off too much, but you also want his line to be nice and sharp. Now here I'm taking my trimmers again, and I'm just gonna bald everything out. I honestly like to keep the hair as I fade. I feel like it gives me like a contrast. It just helps my eyes. I know some people like to just bald it out all in the beginning, but I like to do it at the end. And here I'm just taking my razor, pulling the skin, bringing the razor to the line, keeping everything nice and neat. And I'm just bringing the cut together. I feel like the razor is supposed to be with every cut. It gives it that pop, it gives it that finish. I feel like no cut is complete without the razor. Now this cut was enhanced. I don't know where that clip went, but I did enhance this cut with some 245. And also I am taking off the little flyaways that may be sticking up, because that also makes the waves pop out a lot more. But if y'all like this cut, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I have way more videos coming. I know I've been saying that a lot, but I have videos edited already, waiting to be posted. Like I said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I got more videos coming. Cuts by TP3, and I'm out.